good evening. Welcome to the Whatever Show. We got a little piece of history I want to share with y'all. I found it was disturbing, man. It's basically something on black infiltration. Like a lot of people, you know, sometimes they be pointing the finger in the wrong direction. Like, if you that weak-minded, they gonna take advantage of you. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play part of this so y'all can understand where I'm coming from. This is information that needs to be heard because you gotta understand the people do be watching. So with that being said, I'm gonna play this video. I hope it's more intent for you guys to understand. There's some real shit going on.
Welcome to Like It Is. In an earlier program that we ran as a special three-part series entitled A Decade of Struggle, we included an interview with a man who worked as an informer for the Federal Bureau of Investigation. We didn't show all of that interview, however, because of time limitations. We do feel nonetheless that we should air as much as possible of that interview because of the gravity of the information it contains. This edition of Like It Is will be devoted solely to that end. The name of the informant that we interviewed is Dothart Perry, also known as Ed Riggs, also known as Bill Perry, also known as Othello. He worked for the FBI as an informer who infiltrated various black organizations during the 1960s. Ours is the only full-face on-camera interview that he has conducted thus far. Now, we interviewed him on two separate occasions. So, for purposes of continuity, we've edited this piece, going from one interview to another according to subject areas. We began with his account of how he was recruited by the FBI.
I was a student at Sacramento City College and Sacramento State College. I was stopped in the parking lot one day by a special agent by the name of Frank. Told me a little bit about that he knew that I worked in military intelligence and how would I like to work for him. And also that I knew certain people in the so-called black radical fringe that they would be very interested in finding different information out about. I told him that my term for military intelligence had been very short-lived, that I was not interested in them, and I wasn't interested in him either.
By now, this must have been 1968-ish.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The following month, I was going to school on a federal grant and also a VA loan check. My check didn't come down, either one. I had bought a oscilloscope for a television communications class that I was taking from a person that I didn't even know. He just had the oscilloscope for sale and it was very cheap, so I bought it. Since my checks hadn't came down, being a student, and I was taking like close to, I think, about 23 units, something like that. It was a very heavy course load. I couldn't work and go to school at the same time. So I decided I would take the oscilloscope down to the pawn shop, pawn it, and use that money until my checks came. I went down, I pawned the oscilloscope. As I came out, I got busted. Possession of stolen property. seems that someone had broken into Sacramento City College and had stolen the oscilloscope along with quite a few other things. So what happened?
Now you see how they use blackmail to entrap him to get them to work together. They cut his check off from the government, that which he earned, and now he had all of a sudden run into the law, and now he got law problems.
Well, I was taken to court due to a friend of mine, an attorney in Sacramento that I had been working for. He intervened for me, and it was broken down to misdemeanor possession of stolen property, which I was given 3 years summary probation for. Let me clarify this. Summary probation means that all you have to do is you write a letter into the probation officer every month, and you say, well, I've been a good boy this month. Bye, you know. I got an offer for a scholarship at Los Angeles City College, which I took advantage of, and I started going to Los Angeles City College and UCLA in Los Angeles. Coming out of LACC from the school one day, I was met again by the same special agent who said that he wanted to talk to me, and the offer was still good about me working for him. Again, I told him no, I was not interested. Then told me that I should be interested because they could help me with a problem that I had. And I told him I didn't have any problems that I knew of. He said, oh yes, you remember the possession of stolen? I said, yeah, well that's summary probation, man. I just write a letter in every month. He said, oh no, that's not summary probation. It turned out it's a felony probation for 3 years, which means you have to report in every week.
To bring it down to a nutshell, what happened?
What happened was that as far as they were concerned, it was felony probation now. And if when you jump probation, that means they can put you in for the rest of the term of the probation, which came to about 2 years and 10 months.
And so they threatened you with that?
Yes, they did.
Why didn't you stand up to that?
I called the probation office in Sacramento first. They told me a warrant was out for my arrest and that I was going to jail.
Did you have any particular fear of jail?
Yes. I don't like to be shut in. I have a very, very dark fear of being shut up anywhere.
How would they have known this?
The only way they could have known that is from my psychological profile when I went into military intelligence, which they take on all people that work in military intelligence.
So you bent and you decided to go to work for them?
Yes.
How would you say that most of those who are doing the same thing that you did have gotten into that behavior? The same
Blackmail. Do you understand what that means, people? That's only part of the interview. I just wanted y'all to be able to grasp, a little bit what was being said, because he breaking it up in certain parts, and I'm not gonna bore y'all with all this information yet. You gotta do it in pieces. You gotta know for a certainty that this is what's really happening. Like, next show, it's gonna present something a little different, but it's gonna speed up the course of this tape here so that we can grasp what's being said.
way you did, they were coerced?
Coerced, pressure. Some can take it for, I think some might do it for the pay, for the feeling of power. It's a natural syndrome for a powerless person given a pedestal where he can direct, or he can say, well, this man goes to jail or this man stays free. They get a feeling of security from it.
For the FBI, did you get an indoctrination or did you just start cold?
No, I got an indoctrination. It started off with camera surveillance, electronic techniques of surveillance, shadowing, the obtaining of let's say letters, empty envelopes, instructions on how to go to somebody's garbage containers and take out useful items. You'd be surprised at the things that they take out of a garbage can, by the way. I mean, anywhere from the leftover food from breakfast, just to know what this guy eats for breakfast, you know. When they become interested in a person or a group of people, they try to find out as much as they possibly can, psychologically and academically and social-wise. Who do they run with? Do they go to certain nightclubs? Does this one have a sex hang-up? Is the man impudent? You know, anything that can be used later on.
How long was this indoctrination process?
It lasts anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks.
What is the most sophisticated equipment that you use as far as eavesdropping is concerned?
The video setup, and also I work with the new, I think it's called parabolic reflectors for sound pickup. Very interesting piece of equipment.
How is that used?
Okay, it reminds you of a disc. Have you ever seen those radioscopes? Yeah. You know how there's a disc and then there is a
Cone behind it, like
cone in the center, right?
Yeah.
Okay, these parabolic reflectors were just like that, but a smaller version, and you would point it in the direction of where you wanted to pick up the sound from.
And how far away can it pick up sound?
Oh, I think it was anywhere from the ones I used from 200 to 500 yards.
What?
Oh yeah, distinct, very distinct. You could be in a building, like say we're here right now, okay? Okay, not the next building, but the building behind. Let's say it's a little bit taller. Okay, I could point that parabolic reflector from there to this window and I could pick up. That's how good it was.
Through the window?
Oh yeah, the window didn't have to be open. The window.
Serious. That's some deep stuff. And yo, this is 1968, 69. So when he's talking about he's had this technology to spy on individuals. So why are we so behind on certain things when we supposedly had this information, like they telling you, like the government officials are telling you, and these spies and these informers, they're telling you that they had this stuff in 68, 69, where they could see blocks, hear blocks, and hear you. So that's just part one of this video. I hope y'all tune in for part two. It's gonna go more in depth into how he actually went about doing what he did. That'll be another time and another place. Thank y'all. Y'all take it easy. Love more, hate less. This is Jay Flames. I'm out of here.